Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is a beautiful video. All right, it's from fellow Jeffite, and he's going to explain a very beautiful situation that's going on in Hawaii. So we'll let this play and we'll get some scripture.
So today I wanted to talk about the fact that a lot of white people lately in Hawaii have been complaining about feeling prejudice, a sense of racism, a sense of not being wanted here in Hawaii. So as a person of color that has both lived in multiple states and traveled a significant amount of the United States of America, I'd like to just point out that that feeling you get here in Hawaii of uncomfortable and unwanted and that prejudice, yeah, that's the same feeling we get as people of color in the vast majority of the United States. The biggest difference here, especially for people from Hawaii, is this. You, for the most part, have had a choice to live or be in Hawaii. You made that conscious decision to be here. Most of us from Hawaii did not have such a luxury to have to move to the States. We were forced out of Hawaii for the most part, economic refugees, priced out of our indigenous lands. See, the interesting thing is most of the people that make those claims here in Hawaii of feeling unwanted or out of place don't make that connection that people of color feel like that all over America. I gotta say though, it's very interesting to see the dynamic shift. Aloha. Aloha.
They gave a little smirk like, basically, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And everything he said was true. Okay, you got these Edomites who are basically fulfilling out their blessing of being able to have the whole world and it'd be like heaven to them. Going everywhere they please. Experiencing all the best things that life has to offer. Just let me get that. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 6. It says, come on, therefore let us enjoy the good things that are present and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. It says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness, their blessing. It says, basically, let none of us be born in this world and not be able to take part in the fullness of our blessing. It says, let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. That's even in Hawaii. For this is our portion and our lot is this. And that was prophesied when you go to Genesis, as I had kind of mentioned this earlier, Genesis 27 and is it 43? No. Genesis 27, 39. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And he's living that right now. enjoying everything, the best things in life, and everywhere he puts his foot down. But he didn't realize that the way he did it would eventually come with a heavy price. Because when you read down in here, it says in verse 40, it says, "And by the sword shalt thou live, it shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." So he was going to rule by the sword. And that's what that man said. This is how he's gotten the entire world. Because when we continue on in Wisdom of Solomon, verse 10, it says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man." And that's talking about the Israelites. But he does this to all the other nations. It says, "Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice." That economics he was talking about. "For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." And then when you go to the book of Revelation, was it 6? I think it's Revelation 6. Revelation 6 and 4, it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat there to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." So this is how this guy, bad Uncle Esau, got possession of all the lands of the earth and has been able to enjoy the fatness of the earth in all its voluptuousness. And as the scripture says, and I mentioned this earlier, it is, it's, I think it might be in Isaiah or Jeremiah, but it basically talks about how bad Uncle Esau did not take into consideration the latter end of things. Hmm. Consider, because that's truly what happened. This guy did not consider the end. I can't find it. Uh, I wish I could, but it talks about, if you happen to know it, can you please put it in the comment section, because I can't remember where it was. But it talks about how Esau did all these things, but he didn't consider the latter end. And that latter end is that now all the mischief and all the affliction of Edomite supremacy that you put on people, it's now coming back around to you. All right. And Galatians 6 and 7 talks about that. I usually get this quite a bit. And it says, "Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And as the man said, all these years of you belittling every other nation that's not you, he said it's coming back on you now. He said all the times that you were doing this to us, you never considered how horrible it was. And now that it's being done to you, you guys are so prideful and have your heads up your behinds. Like the man said, you all are not even putting two to two together to realize the reason why you're getting this type of hatred and racism and that people don't want you there is because you did the same thing to them. All right. Take for instance, Christopher Green. All right, he's the guy on AM TV on YouTube. I know a lot of brothers watch him. All right, he's recently moved to Hawaii. And guess what he's saying? All the big who's who of the tech world and the crypto market are going over to Hawaii and Maui and Oahu. All right. He says Jeff Bezos is there. Mark Zuckerberg is there. And he knows a lot of people that are over there. Some of them he just won't reveal their name, but he was like, yeah, they're over here. They're like 4 houses down from me. And see, they can't fathom, like, what's going on? Why do they hate us so much? And you've been hearing that for years. Even to this day, you still have Edomites out here who cannot figure out for the life of them why now, more so than ever, you have all these nations coming up against them, expressing their pure disdain for them. It's because you've done so much wickedness and evil oppression that folks are tired of it. And especially now, since we have the advent of the internet, you no longer control the narrative. You see, when Bad Uncle Esau had control of the narrative, it was easy to spread the propaganda of like, oh, we're the victim. And these other all these other colored nations, they're the bad guy. You got the internet, you got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, you got all these outlets on the internet exposing this guy on a daily basis. And now he has a chance to see why the world does not like him. It's because you're destroying anything and everything. As the scripture says, I believe it's in John. John 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. That's bad Uncle Esau. Let's get another one that describes him. First Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, the deceiver, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. That's bad Uncle Esau. As we read in Revelation 6, he's that red horse who took peace from the earth and had a great sword. And see, now the pressure is back on this guy. And he can't take it. Like the man said, They just dumbfounded and they're worried and they're hurt. Like, why do all these people hate us? Because you got a long track record of wickedness. And seeing as you didn't consider the latter end, it's finally caught up to you. And just as the man said, just like we had to deal with, all the other nations had to deal with the fury of your wrath, especially, and I'm going to add this in there, especially the Israelites. Just as we've had to experience cruel and wicked oppression unseen in the history of mankind and all the effects of it, now you get to experience all the backlash and rhetoric to your wicked deeds. And as we just read in Galatians 6 and 7, it's very much just and well deserved. So that's all I want to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.